but it's a series I've been so excited to start. Dark, dreary, storming outside, and Hi, okay, so you know by the title of the video that I'm going to be starting new series. I mean, I'm not in the middle of a million series or anything, but like I am in the middle of series, so why not just continue those? I don't know, cause whatever. Really, this is a video I've been wanting to film, but I went to Goodwill and had a haul. You would have seen it by now if you watch my videos. And I got Pucked. I was gonna read it probably for a while, but I got it because it was cheap and beautiful and blah blah blah. But then I decided to pick my next read based off of the challenges that are in my reading journal, because over half the year's gone and I'm like, oh crap, I really want this to be filled out by the end of the year. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay. These are like challenges in this book journal, which I'll link it down below. I love it. I'm obsessed. It's amazing. So the first one, I was like, okay, I want to be able to have color. So I'm not going to pick a black book because I want to do more for this rainbow challenge. And then on this side, another challenge is just a 12 book challenge. And I decided to make it a sprayed edge challenge. So I want to read 12 books with sprayed edges because I'm trying to grow my sprayed edge collection. And then here is the A to Z challenge, which I'm doing pretty well on, but I was like, okay, so what I'm going to try to do is pick a colorful book that has sprayed edges and is a letter that I don't have filled out yet. That brings us to Pucked. So it's going to be a pink. There is blue on it, but it's mostly pink. So I'll be able to fill in more pink. And it has sprayed edges, so I'll be able to fill in the sprayed edges. And then P, I don't have P yet. So I picked this up. I already started reading it yesterday. I read some today too. So I'm currently on page 64, which for me, I'm going through it pretty quickly. Especially because it wasn't the only book I read yesterday. I read it like towards the end of the day because I DNF'd another book. Anyways, long story short, I'm loving it. Like, it is smut, or say spicy, but it's mostly spicy so far. It started out that way, but it's a nice read. It's quick and I'm enjoying it. And then I was like, oh yeah, this is a part of a series, a long series, like interconnected standalones, but still I think it's like 8 books or so in this series. I'm like, oh, I can go ahead and start the video I wanted to do of starting new series. But here's where we're at now, and let me know if you've read this in the comments. I'm not expecting much for plot when it comes to this book. I think it's just a quick read, fun time. Also, my debut into hockey romance. I have never read a hockey romance book. So maybe this will help show me what all the hype is, because hockey romance is like its own genre within the sports romance genre. It's its own thing. But enough rambling, let's read more. Hey guys, okay, reading update. I am about halfway through this book right now. Okay, so I am really enjoying it, but just a little thing I've noticed, it seems to be like mostly smut. And I mean, I honestly don't know. I don't know if it's just smut or if it's just heavy spice, but there seems to be like 50-50, if not like 60-40 spice to plot ratio. But that's just like, if you don't enjoy spice or you don't enjoy a lot of it, then this is not for you. But if you do enjoy it, great. You'll love this book. I'm like in the middle. It just kind of depends. I don't need to be overwhelmed with it as much as I am in this, but like it doesn't bother me too much. Like it's okay. I am still really enjoying it. I'll say it's a very quick read, which is nice. And I do like there's a dual POV, which I love in books when there's like multiple POVs. One, it's just cool to see what everybody's thinking, but two, it just makes the book like, it feels like it's more bingeable when you're switching between people's POVs. Yeah, I'm still not at the point of like understanding what the hype is about hockey and why hockey romance is its own genre, but it's fine. It doesn't bother me or anything. I just don't get why it's so much. But anyways, right now I'm kind of predicting this to be like a 4-star read because it is really entertaining and quick. I love a quick book. I'm not reading it and being like, oh my gosh, like, is this over yet? And so like, that's a good thing. When I don't have any moments like that, it's usually going to be above a 3-star. But I don't know yet. We'll see. So yeah, let's keep reading. Hey guys, okay, I'm sorry if it's like loud in the background. My air is on and it's annoying. This is a struggle because it wasn't bad. I mean, it was good. I don't know. So I'm thinking like 3.5 stars, which for me, that's on the lower side, like from what I usually rate, but that doesn't mean it's a bad book. So the reason it's not 5 stars is because 5-star, you need to have the 5-star feeling, and I just didn't have the 5-star feeling with this one. But that's okay. The reason I'd say it's not 4 stars is because it really seemed like it was 70% spice, 30% plot. So it's not quite 4 stars, but not as low as 3 stars. 3 stars, I would think, 3 stars is if I'm reading it and at a point or more, I'm like, okay, can I just get through this? That didn't happen. Like, it was fast paced, it was fun, it was a good time. It just was kind of empty. That's not saying that the story's bad, the writing's bad, nothing like that. It's just, for me, this type of thing just kind of seemed slightly empty, but in a good way. Like, this would be a book I'd say to read if you want to get out of a slump or prevent a slump. It was fast-paced, it was lighthearted, kind of brainless, like you didn't have to figure out a bunch of stuff, which is not always fun. It was just a nice, light, fun time read. So 3.5, I'm saying that's good. It's close to 4. If I was being really nitpicky, I'd say 3.75. But I'm gonna stick with 3.5. Will I continue the series? Maybe. It's not going to be like a top priority, but if I am able to, say I'm able to get the second book cheap or free or something like that, definitely. If not, it's not going to kill me not to finish it, but I might finish it. We'll see. I do recommend it if everything I just mentioned is something that you're looking for. It's not a bad book. Hi, future Hannah here. I just got something in the mail and I wanted to share it with you because it's book related. I got reached out to by this company, Aardvark Book Club. This is not sponsored. They did send this to me, but this isn't sponsored, okay? So I can say whatever I want. From my research and everything, this is very similar to Book of the Month, pricing and everything. So, but I wanted to open this with you. I gave them an idea of the stuff that I liked, like the genres that I liked, and so they picked the book for me, but you can pick your own book. Okay, I think it's like $18 a month for a book box and there's a book in it. And then if you want extra books, it's only $10 extra rather than like $18 per book or something. And that's very similar to Book of the Month. But let's see what they gave me. First of all, this box, super cute. This is exciting. I've never done a monthly book box before. And so this is exciting. Oh my goodness. I think they gave me 3 books. They did not give me 3 books. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Okay, so they gave these little bookmarks, Aardvark. I'm gonna say that, Aardvark. Aardvark. You know when you say a word too many times and it starts to sound really weird? Aardvark. Aardvark. Like, is that even a word anymore? So yeah, I got little bookmarks. This is so exciting. Okay, and I'm on a book buying ban, which is amazing because I didn't have to buy these, but they just added to my collection. Okay, the first book is this one right here, Back After This by Linda Holmes. This is so cute. Like, look at this book. And they're hardback books too, which is really nice. It's hard to find a hardback book that's like less than $10. So if you do this and you want like 3 books, 2 of them are gonna be $10. Here, come here. Why are you so... Anyways, Cicely Foster loves to make podcasts. She fiercely protects her colleagues, adores her friends, and never misses dinner with her sister. But after a disastrous relationship with a colleague who stole her heart and her ideas, she's put romantic love on hold. When the boss who's disappointed her again and again finally offers her the chance to host her own show, she wants to be thrilled. But there's a catch. Actually, two catches. First, the show will be about Cicely's dating life. And second, she has to follow the guidance of influencer and newly minted relationship coach Eliza Cassidy, whose relentlessly upbeat attitude seems ready-made for social media, not real life. Cicely would rather do anything other than put her singledom on display, ugh, or take advice from the internet, ugh. But when her boss hints that doing the show is the only way to protect a friend's job, she realizes she has no choice. To make matters more complicated, once she's committed to 20 blind dates of Eliza's choosing, Cicely finds herself unable to stop thinking about Will, a photographer she helped to rescue a very big and very lovable lost dog. Even though there are sparks between the two, Will's own path is uncertain, and Eliza's skeptical comments about Cicely's decision-making aren't helping things. On the one hand, Will seems great, but on the other hand, don't they all? As Cicely struggles to balance the life she truly desires and the one Eliza wants to create for her, she finds herself at a crossroads. Can Cicely sort through all the advice and find a way to do what she loves without losing herself in the process? Cute! So it just seems like a contemporary romance kind of thing. I've never heard of it, but I'm very excited because I would have probably never picked this up. And so now I have the chance to read it because it's new releases. They come out with new releases and they show you like 5 to 6 each month and you can pick which ones you want, blah, blah, blah. Let's look at the next book. Flirting with Disaster by Naina Kumar. I don't know how to say it. This is so beautiful too. And I love how they're like Aardvark exclusives too. Like if you start getting from the subscription, like they're all gonna match. And I love that. It's been years since Mina separated from her husband, Nikhil. Years since they first laid eyes on each other in their home state of Texas. Years since they spontaneously wed in Las Vegas and she felt true happiness. Now a high-powered lawyer on Capitol Hill and ready to move on, at least she thinks so, with another successful lawyer, Sheikh, Mina has returned to Texas. This time finally to obtain a divorce. But there's one thing Mina didn't account for. A hurricane forming in the Gulf, veering right toward them and giving them no choice but to hunker down in the home they had built together. Suddenly, she finds herself trapped amid gale force winds and pelting rain with the man she once loved. As they spend more time together, Mina begins to remember everything that drew her to Nikhil. His small town charm, his thoughtful nature, his absurdly good looks. But being with Sheikh makes sense to her. He's steady, ambitious, and wants exactly what she wants. So she'll stick to her plan, come hell or high water. But will her windswept heart make the right choice? Ooh, that sounds great. It's like a second chance romance, and I haven't read many second chance romances, so I'm very excited about this. Yes! My dog's playing in the background in case you hear a bunch of noise. Okay. I got Sounds Like Love. I have wanted this, and I was so sad because like I'm on a book buying ban, so I'm like I'm gonna have to wait till next year before I can ever like read this. Oh my gosh, this makes me so happy. Oh my gosh, it's purple. I don't have a purple book. I can finally cross the purple book off my list if I read this year, which obviously I'm gonna read this soon. Like, what? Oh my gosh. She can't get him out of her head. Joni Lark has a secret. She's one of the most coveted songwriters in Los Angeles, and yet she can't write. There's an emptiness inside her and nothing seems to fill it. When she returns to her hometown of Vienna Shores, North Carolina, she hopes that the sand, the surf, and the concerts at the Rivalry, her family's music venue, will spark inspiration. But when Joni gets there, nothing is how she left it. Her best friend is hiding something. Her mother's memories are fading fast, and the Rivalry is closing. How can Joni write when her world is leaving her behind? Then she hears it, a melody in her head, lyricless and half-formed, and an alluring and addictive voice to go with it. Belonging, apparently, to a rhyme musician with an emptiness of his own. Surely he's a figment of Joni's overworked imagination. Then a very real man shows up in Vienna Shores. He's arrogant and guarded, not at all like the sweet, funny voice in Joni's head, and he has a plan for breaking their inconvenient telepathic connection, finish the song haunting them both, and hope they don't risk their hearts or their secrets in the process. Because that melody, the one drawing them together, what if it's there for a reason? Ooh! I heard there's like, I don't remember what it's called, but like, there's like magic. And like, obviously, there's a song in both their heads connected to them. So like, there's a magic sense to this, which is really cool. I've never read anything like this before, so I'm super excited. Ah! Oh, I am so happy with these. I love how they're all the same size too. Oh my goodness. But this, like, oh my gosh. If you haven't yet heard of Aardvark, then you need to go check them out. I will link everything down below that you want to check them out. And again, this isn't sponsored. They sent me these, but didn't sponsor it. So this is like my true feelings. This is so awesome. I love this. And I definitely think they just got a customer out of me. Anyways, back to the video. Okay, so now the next book I picked out, yes, I already picked it out. Sorry we didn't do it together. But it is a series I've been so excited to start. One of Us is Lying. Okay, so I posted very recently, well, not recent to you, but whatever, that I was going to be reading this next. And I got so many comments just about how amazing this book is. It's a 10 out of 10, 5-star book, top tier, all this kind of stuff. And I already knew there was high praise for it, but that just reminded me, because I've had this book since, I want to say it was a Christmas gift last year. So I've had it for a long time and I'm excited to finally get into it because I've just heard so many great things. It's a good old mystery. If you don't know anything about it, basically 5 students get detention and they're all different. Like they don't really connect in any kind of way. But one of them dies in the detention room. And so from there on out, it's like, okay, well you four students were in the room with them because it looks like he was murdered. And who did it? That's basically what it is, and I'm very excited to see. It looks like we get everybody's POV, like all 4 of them, we get their POVs back and forth, so I'm really excited. I expect this to be like a fast-paced, just like good time, so let's get started. Okay, halfway through update. Right now, I'm thinking it's gonna end up being like a 4-star read, so it's really good. I am like intrigued and blah blah blah. I will say though, in the beginning, it was a little hard to follow like who's who because they're throwing around their names and going back and forth between their POVs, and I was like, who's what, whatever. But once you get like the names down, then it's really simple. It's just I had to meet these people and figure out who they were and remember. But I'm nervous because unless it like picks up a lot, I feel like people have overhyped this for me, and I hate that because I feel like if I went into it with 0 expectation, things might be different. But yeah, as far as we're at right now, I still don't know who did it. We still don't know who did it, but it is very interesting, and like a bunch of secrets come out about these people because that's just, you know, they're hiding stuff. Hello. So as of right now, I'm thinking it's gonna be 4, but I am liking it. I'm just scared it's not gonna live up to the hype because everybody was like hardcore going on and on and on about this book, saying God tier and yeah, like 6-star, and so I don't know if it's gonna live up to that, but we'll see. Let's finish reading this and I will catch back up with you when I'm done. Okay, you might not be able to tell right now, but it is like dark, dreary, storming outside, and but we are finished with One of Us is Lying. This is, I'm gonna say a 3.5 star. Now, that's not bad, okay? It was a good book. I was surprised. Like, I didn't guess who the culprit was or like what happened. So like, we're following the 4 students who were in the room with that one student who died, and we're getting all of their point of views. So throughout it, I'm like, okay, it can't be one of them because we're seeing inside their head, unless, you know, what? So like, I really had no idea what was gonna come of it, and I didn't guess. And even if I did guess, I would not have guessed correctly. So like, that was good. There's like all these things we're uncovering about all of the students. Like, they're all lying about something, and that's something that makes it look like they all have motive to kill the guy who died. And so it's really good. It's great. But honestly, I think the reason, so it didn't give me a 5-star feeling. That's fine. I don't want every book to give me the 5-star feeling, because then, you know, it just kind of takes away the 5-star feeling. So that's fine. But the reason it's not a 4-star book, honestly, I think is because I expected too much. Everybody hyped it up so much, and I'm not gonna say they overhyped it, because if they loved it that much, they loved it that much, okay? But for me, it was so hyped up that I had such high expectations that it didn't meet. Not to say I ever got bored during the book. I didn't. It's just I was expecting so much. And maybe that's something that I need to kind of try to learn how to regulate myself and not let myself get my hopes up despite what people are saying. But I'm not quite there yet, so I expected a lot more than what I got. So 3.5 stars. Still really good. I am definitely going to continue the series. I want to read all of them. Like, I think it's 3. I think it's a trilogy. But we're going to move on to what would it be? The 3rd book of this video, which, again, I picked it out without you. I apologize. But it's this book right here, Rivalry by Lauralen Paige. So if you saw in my last video, my bookish days in my life, you saw that I got a package from the author through TikTok Shop, and she sent me the series, which is 4 books. There were 2 different like special edition versions of them, and I picked this one. They're all short, so like that excites me. It's a billionaire romance. Great. Hold on. Franklin, stop. But like, I've never heard of these anywhere else. I don't see them anywhere else, which is fine and actually preferred nowadays. But it being a billionaire romance series, I think it's like a billionaire dark romance is, I mean, what I'm getting from this. And it's short, so I am very excited to try this. But like, also, I say I'm really excited, but I'm not expecting much because I literally have no expectations. I haven't heard a single person talk about this, so I don't know if it's any good. I know nothing about it except just that there's a billionaire, he's the MMC, and then the girl is daughter of the billionaire's business rival. So cool. I mean, we love rivals to lovers, if that's what this is, or at least, you know, kind of a forbidden romance, if that's what this is. Well, again, I don't know. I'm very excited to read this, and I'm excited that it has a sprayed edge because that'll help knock off a slot on one of the challenges, one of the book reading challenges that I have. Oh my gosh, you scared the hell out of me. I didn't know you were home. Ah! I was in the middle of I was in the middle of filming a video. Scared the hell out of me. Oh my gosh. Okay, I honestly have no idea what I was talking about. But basically, I'm excited to read this because I have 0 expectations because I haven't heard anything about it. So, without further ado, let's get to reading. And this is the perfect weather for it because it's storming. And what better weather to read in but a storm? Okay, so already just like finished the 1st chapter. Something that's different about this than what I've ever seen in a book before. Not that it's not in books, just I haven't read any books with this. Our FMC is acting like a grumpy MMC. And our MMC is a grumpy MMC. So like, we have grumpy. I never had grumpy. So this is interesting. That already has me intrigued because We have our girl who's like, I don't feel things, I'm numb, I just play games with people, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I don't know yet, but then like we meet our MMC very quickly and he seems to be the same way, just like, I'm a billionaire and all that. She's also like a billionaire or a millionaire or something. Like, so she's filthy rich, doesn't care about anything. He's filthy rich and seems to be the same way. I've never had that dynamic in a book before. So I'm already intrigued just to see how that's gonna play out, because what? How are they both like grumpy and don't care about anything? How are they gonna get together? Or are they gonna get together? Like, okay, so I didn't have a midway update for you guys because this book is so short. I literally read it in 2 days. So like I started it one day and finished it the next, which I don't know if I've, other than in like a 24-hour readathon, I don't think I've ever finished a book that quick. It is short, but it also like, it had me not wanting to put it down, okay? So this was actually a 5-star read for me. I think a big part of that is that I didn't have high expectations. Like I had basically no expectations because I never heard anybody else talk about this or anything like that, which is the best way. I have learned it's the best way to go into a book, knowing close to nothing, especially when it comes to other people's opinions of it. Because then you can fully have your own opinion without going in thinking, oh, this is gonna be good, and then you get let down, or thinking, oh, this is gonna suck, and then it's extra good. Like, no expectations is amazing. 5-star. It went pretty quickly, but there's 3 other books. I can't wait to pick up the next one because it does kind of like end on a cliffhanger. Like, and I will tell you, like, there was a twist in this that I did not expect. I didn't expect there to be a twist at all, but even if I did, I wouldn't have expected this. Like, it was so good. And the fact that there was grumpy, like, I've never had that before, and that's just, that was different, and I really liked it. It's not like one's a billionaire and the other's broke, like a lot of them do. Like, they're both billionaires, they're both grumpy, they're both like strong business people, and like it's insane. We have like a fake relationship, marriage of convenience, and that kind of thing. And this was just, it was so good. I can't wait to pick up the next one. The next time I do a continuing series video, I will be picking up the next one of this because I can't wait. I'm not going to share much else. And even me saying 5 stars, still go into it with no expectations. I don't know, but I really, really enjoyed this and I cannot wait to continue. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you've read any of these series, and if not, if you will, and give me some more series recommendations that you think I should start if I haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've made it this far, put a little blue book emoji down in the comments so I know you're a real one. Anyways, thanks again so much for watching and have a wonderful day.